Major changes to the Uber app has been announced this morning. Hey everybody, it's Sergio with the RideShare Guy. Major changes to the Uber app has been announced this morning at a meeting with top Uber executives and engineers in attendance. I was present at that meeting. I did speak to a lot of them. And all these changes that you're going to shortly see in your driver apps are things we have been asking on Show Me the Money Club for almost a year now. I think they are listening. I think they're moving in the right direction. Are these changes going to make us more money? That you will have to decide on your own. However, these are not just app changes. These are policy changes as well regarding unjust deactivations, how Uber will start treating consumer complaints that are fraudulent going forward, what kind of protections you will have. I'm going to try to put all this in a short video for you guys. However, I truly urge you to go sign up to our free newsletter on the RideShare Guy. I have written 2 articles in detail with screenshots to make you aware of what these changes are and if they're beneficial to the driver. I think they are very positive. So let's start with the driver app changes. One of the major concerns for us has always been that within the 10 seconds that we have on a ping screen, we need to do a lot of calculations. We need to figure out if that trip is worth our time or not. We need to figure out our profitability. Well, now you can clearly see with 2 different colored markers where the pickup is and where the drop-off is, as opposed to a faint gray up arrow and a down arrow. On top of everything else, now there is an accept tab that you have to click on. So no more accidental discharges, as I call it. We all know we may be on another app, an Uber app will pop up, and we may be texting somebody while we're parked. Well, we click on it, we just accepted a trip accidentally. No more. Now, this will stop a lot of people moving up in tiers because they depend on certain cancellation rates. I think this is an amazing move that Uber engineers created for the driver, not to accidentally accept trips. Again, you can go back and check all these screenshots on our newsletter, but also join us on Tuesday at Show Me the Money, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be talking about these in detail. Another thing with the driver app, you all know what I say about trip radar, right? I say those are trips that have been rejected by many other drivers and they go to trip radar to die. Well, they may be so still, but now all the trip radar offers are in a cascading format. You can click on it and it will give you the exact map, unlike before, of the pickup and the drop-off points. I think that's another amazing improvement over the existing trip radar maps. Here's another one for couriers especially, and since I do deliveries, this is important to me. The maps are so detailed now, especially when delivering to apartments and massive condo complexes. They may even show a picture of where your drop-off is going to be. I think this is another major improvement on the existing courier app that Uber uses for Uber Eats deliveries. One more thing as far as the driver app is concerned. Now you can notify other drivers in the area about road blockages. As we know, under upfront fares, we do not get paid for extra work if there is a trip that goes longer due to traffic problems. Well, this may help solve the problem, but not to worry. We're working with Uber on the back end as far as upfront fares are concerned, which I think is unfair for a driver to drive an extra 15-20 minutes due to a road blockage that their AI systems did not figure out when they sent out the offer. This may help with that. I am not sure. This may be the weakest part of the improvements that I've seen, but everything else so far that I've seen, as far as the driver app improvements are concerned, I love. I really do. You guys know I'm a skeptic. You guys know I'm tough on Uber, but these are things we've been asking for a long time. Now let's switch to the second part. Here's the good call about unjust deactivation policies. Uber has finally admitted that a lot of unjust deactivations happen because there is an unscrupulous rider trying to get their $6 credit back for a trip and accuse the driver unjustly, fraudulently on something that they have not done. Specifically, on trips that they accuse the driver of being under the influence or being drunk or being unsafe. Well, that's about to change now. Uber is not going to shoot first and ask questions later. Uber is going to give value to the seniority of drivers who have been on the apps for years with thousands and 10,000s of trips. On top of everything else, again, all this is going to be in our newsletter in detail. Please sign up. It's free. There's great other information in there as well. I have done 2 articles over the weekend to announce all these changes. Now Uber, if you're accused of being under the influence, is going to pay for you to go get a test at LabCorp. I think that's amazing, okay? I think it's time that these apps stop listening to the passenger side only. There is going to be a much tougher review process when it comes to unjust deactivations or any type of deactivations. Look, we obviously know there are some bad apples in the community. Those people should get deactivated. But I get hundreds of emails every month about unjust deactivations, and I do my best, but I have no powers regarding the final call. However, now there's going to be a tougher review process. Now the consumer is going to be aware that they could get kicked off the platform as well. When it comes to one other issue, as far as our safety is concerned, I think this is a great idea. Starting next year in 2024, Uber is going to ask every rider to either upload a verified ID or go through a check. Not a background check like we do, obviously, but they will have to verify their identity. Well, that's what we've been asking for, because I don't think anybody wants to pick somebody up at 3 a.m. in the morning called killer. This has been long overdue, and this is exactly what we've been asking for additional safety measures, because all the bells and whistles in the app is not going to save us. But let's talk a little bit about bells and whistles in the app. The video recording and audio recording on your cell phone during a trip or during your shift is going to be available nationwide pretty soon. I think this is a great tool if you're not going to invest yourself in a dash cam, which we always do, and we could talk about Display Ride on every Show Me the Money Club. Don't worry about your phone overheating, or don't worry about your hard disk space not being enough to record your whole shift. Once you push the record button, it's going to go to the cloud. So one problem with this that I see is that for night drivers, if they don't have a latest version of a smartphone, I don't know how the exposure is going to be inside the car when it's dark. But I think it's a great tool that Uber has introduced, and it is being widespread now. Let me go back real quickly about verifying riders. As I said, as of 2024, Uber will significantly expand verification of rider identities, compare rider account details against trusted data sources or an ID document. Over time, Uber will inform drivers that they're picking up a verified rider, just like we get trips that say top tipper rider. We're going to see this verified rider check right on the offer card, so we can have more peace of mind before accepting a trip request. This is what we've been asking for almost a couple of years now on Show Me the Money. There are more changes in the app. But again, as I said, you guys need to go back to these 2 articles that I'm doing for our newsletter and check them out in detail. And join us on Tuesday, Show Me the Money Club, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. We will be talking about these actions in detail. I had a wonderful time meeting Uber executives. I talked to them. They know who we are. Trust me, they definitely know who we are. And some of the changes, without admitting, obviously, came from our show that when we asked for driver safety, passengers uploading verified IDs, these app changes as far as the pickup and drop off point, all these things, they are watching, they are listening. Our community's voices are getting louder. So I want to thank each and every one of you who has joined Show Me the Money Club, who has watched us, and through our voices getting louder, positive changes are taking place. So thank you very much. We will see you on Tuesday on Show Me the Money Club.